Hey guys, we're still working on multiplying fractions and we're kind of winding down before we go to dividing fractions. Um, this part of our unit is a good review of everything we've done so far. Now we just have to decide if some of these fractions are greater than, less than, or equal to. Bigger, smaller, or the same. So if you look on page 159 in your math book, you will see what I am working on right now. So you will see question number 2. Let me turn my camera. Question number 2 sort of looks like this. Before I can answer if this is going to be greater than, less than, or equal to, I first need to work this. As you can tell, this fraction does not need to change. It's already a fraction. I do need to get rid of this whole number. So I'm going to pull this down, and this is going to be 5 over 5 times. Now, do you remember how to do this? 2 times 4 is 8. So I'm going to add 8 up here. 8 plus 3 is? Very good. And I'm going to keep my bottom number of 4. All right, now all I have to do is multiply. All right, do you remember what I do next? Some of you already noticed that my numerator is bigger than my denominator, so I need to do some division. Okay, oops, sorry, 55, not 50. And it will go into it 2 times. And what's left over is 15. So that means my fraction ends up being and now I need to reduce this fraction. Sasha, I'm looking at you. I can reduce this, right? It turns into 2 3/4. I am finished working out this problem. So now I need to say, is 2 3/4 greater than, less than, or equal to 2 3/4? I hope you're all saying equal. Yep. So multiplying this equaled 2 3/4, which is the same as 2 3/4, so my answer is equal to. All right, now let's look at number 3. All right, before I can answer if it is greater than, less than, or equal to, I first need to work this out. What does this mean? It means 3 over 1. Now I need to get rid of my whole number. 7 times 3 is 21. So I'm going to add 21. So then it becomes 23 over 7. We're all there, right? So now 23 times 3 equals 69 over 7. I'm not done yet because my numerator is bigger than my denominator, so I am going to divide. And I know that 9 times 7 equals 63. What's left over is 6. So that means my fraction is 9 6/7, 6 out of 7. I cannot reduce this any further. So if this is my answer, is 9 6/7 bigger, smaller, or the same as 3 2/7? Well, look at my whole number alone. The 3 is smaller than my whole number of 9. So I automatically know that this is going to be greater. So I'm going to look back at my workbook. Remember I said I'm on page 159. This was number 2. 2 3/4 is the same as 2 3/4. Number 3. 9 6/7 is greater than 3 2/7. Number 4 I didn't work this out just on the board just now, but let's look at it. I did 9 over 1, and 1 4/5 turns into 9 over 5, turns into 81 over 5, and I divide, turns into 16 and 1/5. Now just look at my whole number alone. Don't even bother looking at the fraction yet. My whole number of 16 is bigger than my whole number of 1, so the answer is greater. I'm going to put this in the sunshine. I'm in my backyard right now. And oops, let's look at number 5. Again, it's going to end up being greater. 1 7/8 turns into 15 over 8. 2 3/8 turns into 19 over 8. I get this. My numerator is bigger than my denominator, so I divide, which turns into 4 29/64. Looking at my whole number alone is bigger than my whole number of 2, so this one is greater. And last but not least is looking at number 6. Again, 3 4/9 turns into 31 over 9, and then 5/9 stays the same. I multiply, and it ends up being 155 over 81. My numerator is bigger than my denominator, so I divide, and then it turns into 1 74 over 81. So looking at my whole number alone, 1, oh, and there's a 3 over here. 1 is smaller than 3, so it's less than. So today, you can do page 159 on your own, but today's assignment is actually attached to this activity. So I think there's only like 6 or 8 problems on there. All right, so good luck. Please let me know if you need any help.